who has the oil? Sandy Ingram here. Welcome to the Education Matrix channel, because education changes everything. In today's video, we're going to talk about the top 10 countries that is supplying the world with oil. Are you ready? Then let's get started. Oil reserves are an estimate of the amount of crude oil located in a particular economic region. The number one position is held by Venezuela, who has 304 billion barrels, the largest oil reserves of any country in the world, with more than 300 billion barrels of proven reserves. Venezuela holds 17.5% share of the entire global resources. Saudi Arabia holds position number 2 with 298 billion barrels. Now, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia was the world's largest proven oil reserve for several decades, but the discovery of new oil in Venezuela has placed Saudi Arabia in second place, with a 17.2% share of the global resources. The third position is held by Canada with 170 billion barrels. Canada stands in third position with a 9.8% share of the global resources. Canada exported 3.7 million barrels per day to the United States in 2019. The U.S. is 98% of Canada's total oil exports. Number 4 is Iran. International sanctions on Iran due to the country's nuclear activities have caused issues with the country's oil sales and its oil production capabilities. The country has estimated proven oil reserves of 156 billion barrels as of 2019. Iran, even with all the negative news, holds 9% of the global share of oil reserves. Number 5, Iraq, with 145 billion barrels, holds 8.4% of the global share of oil resources. But here is the deal. Here's what they haven't discussed publicly. Iraq, more so than any other country in the world, is estimated to have a potential for vast undiscovered oil reserves. Also know this, in 2019, the United States imported an average of 341,000 barrels of petroleum oil per day from Iraq. And this is the reason you may want to hold on to your Iraqi dinars. Something has to happen. There is too much at stake. Iraq is a small country that is floating on oil. Even with the overprinting of the Iraqi dinars, something has to happen. Even if your IQD are only worth 10 cents to $1 US, that would mean 1 million dinars would be equal to $100,000. Number 6 on the list is Russia, with just above 107 billion barrels of proven oil reserves, holds 6.2% of the worldwide total. Number 7 is Kuwait at 102 billion barrels with a 5.9% share of the global oil reserve total. Now, when you look at how small Kuwait is and the location of the country, you see that this area, this region, including Iraq and Iran, you begin to understand how oil-rich this area is. Kuwait has the second largest oil field in the world. Number 8 is the UAE with a 5.6% share of the global total. Number 9 is the United States with 69 million barrels of proven oil reserves in 2019. Around 69% of total U.S. crude oil production comes from 5 states. These states are Texas, North Dakota, New Mexico, Oklahoma, and Colorado. Number 10 is Libya, with oil reserves of 48 billion barrels. Libya has the largest deposits of oil in Africa and holds 2.8% of the world's proven resources. Now, 7 of these top 10 oil-producing countries are members of OPEC, making OPEC one of the most powerful and strongest organizations in the world. Russia, Canada, and the United States are not members of OPEC. The other 7 countries in the top 10 are